Just give me 1 second, 1 second, just to post this around to let people know we are live. Just give me 1 second. Okay, it's out. You can see we're live. Cool. Oh, 1 sec. We are live. Okay. Put that there. Let me put the link. Sorry about that. 1 second. And then I will talk to you guys. Here we go. So just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, cool. Let us jump in. So, what's up, everyone? This is This Week in Project Codename Wrestling. This is a new show here. It's going to be a weekly thing as we'll be breaking down everything in the week of Project Codename Wrestling. This week, we are at the success of Fallout. This is the Fallout of Fallout, a great event that happened a week ago. We had the results of Fallout here, a successful event. So let's talk a little bit about the results here. As we found TJ Marconi, the king, is the Don himself, the Thanos. He is, again, a man that does whatever he wants. He said it on Respect the Craft podcast that he would do whatever he wants. And in that clip right there, you saw it. You saw him do, again, whatever he wants. And at the end of that, he is now the self-proclaimed, because is it official? The self-proclaimed Project Champion, Public Enemy Champion. This is TJ Marconi. From there, we had Astro Morales defeating the King of the Scramble himself, Walter Diaz. We had First Class defeating Team BWF. We had Mantis defeating Nikolai White. Anthony Gangone defeating Dino Mites by, again, that lethal submission. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. Danny Mauve, now 2-0, defeating Nikos Ricos. The Taboo Crew, as well, 2-0. The undefeated team in the tag team division, defeating Kodak iPhone, or a variation of it, because unfortunately Arcadia could not be at the event. So Steve Scott teamed with Good Hank Flanders, which he likes to call him Good Frank or Tank or Stank, anything but Hank. So, and then after that, which again, we'll get into that in a little bit as well, we saw a team debut. We'll be talking about their debut and, again, what they'll be doing at Exodus as we're at the road to Exodus here. And then the main event, the hashtag money fight, Dominic De Niro was able to defeat the legendary Black G's. So again, this was your results coming out of Fallout. So let us get into it, as now we are on the road to Exodus. This week, we had a lot of confirmations as we are getting closer to Exodus. Again, we are a little over a month away. Let's talk about, first off, this week, it was confirmed that a tri-state tag team, a team that's known all around the tri-state, held gold all around the tri-state. The team of the Rep, Nate and Dave McCall, are now joining the project, hashtag the project here, and the Rep joins the tag division, an already stacked tag division that also we got confirmed this week that CMD are officially a part of the tag team division here at the project. So now the division's getting stacked right here, because now we have CMD, the Rep, Kodak iPhone, First Class, BWF, and then we have the undefeated 2-0 Taboo Crew. Tag team wrestling is thriving and on fire at Project Codename Wrestling. And if you want to see the best tag team wrestling, you're going to have to come to Project Codename Wrestling and be there at Exodus, because we already have one tag team match announced. Possibly more coming soon. You're going to have to wait to see. But also this week, it was confirmed that superstar Whiplash himself is officially a part of the project. After Fallout, it was a little bit of some odds here as we saw Whiplash and Chris Cage and the Don Public Enemy number one, TJ Marconi, have a little bit of a falling out, if you will, in the ring. Not sure what is this about. Can the Zoltan, former brothers of the Zoltan, put things back together and work on something for La Kimura? Or will, again, family have to fight? Again, we're on that road to Exodus, and maybe Superstar Whiplash should have joined the Kimura there, because if not, I can imagine Public Enemy number one isn't looking to have any little just latches around. So we're going to have to wait and see. But also confirmed, Joe Bullrog, yes, Iron Fist, returning to the ring after 6 years away. And again, I can say personally, seeing him return at Fallout, it looked like he didn't miss a step there. He was going at it like he didn't miss a step, was able to go into that matchup like nothing. It was great to see him, a cutthroat combination, if you will. Joe Bullrog now part of the roster and will be returning at Exodus. As now, let's talk about the matches currently confirmed for Project Codename Exodus. Also, for any matches that are being announced that are not already sponsored, contact Project Codename Wrestling right now. If you're looking to advertise either your brand, your podcast, your company, contact the project today for any opportunities about sponsorships, as again, they offer great flexibility to get your brand out there as well. And also you're supporting a great company here and allowing them to put more amazing shows like Fallout, like Genesis, and like the Exodus event that is coming June 11th. But let's talk about the first matchup announced, as it will be the Puerto Rican Nightmare himself, Astro Morales, taking on the man we just talked about that is now confirmed to be a part of the Project Codename roster, Iron Fist Joe Bullrog. Astro Morales, again, now 1-0, a successful debut at the project for Astro Morales at Fallout. Let's show this clip right here so you can see exactly what Astro Morales brings to the project. We'll be right back. And there you have it, the king of the scramble. Unfortunately, having to fall to that driver right there. Astro Morales, a powerhouse indeed, the Puerto Rican Nightmare. But now he's going head to head with Iron Fist. You saw, if you watched Fallout, which definitely go check it out, full event now, both on IWTV and on YouTube. Go check it out. It's a great event, and you get to see his return to the ring. And Joe Bullrog went with his strikes. He has that fighter southpaw style. You can definitely see how it's dominant in that ring, but who will fall? Again, both of these guys love to go at it with their opponents. They want to prove they are the stronger and faster competitor. What's going to happen when these two collide at Exodus? They've been having a share of words. If you've been seeing on social media, they've been going at it at each other. I'm looking to see when it's finally time in that ring, what's going to happen. But again, as we get closer, we'll be talking that a little bit more and more. But next up, let's talk about the next matchup I want to talk about here, as it will be Machine Gun Money. Again, after the hashtag money fight, Dominic De Niro now 1-0. He was able to defeat NWA's own Black G's. He'll be taking on the Haas of all Haas's, Devantes. This matchup originally scheduled for the very first Project Codename event. It was scheduled for Genesis, but Miguel Sosa has stated that Dominic De Niro was not fit to compete on that night. I saw the medical report. He was not fit to compete. I have to agree with El Jefe. Again, Miguel Sosa is looking for the best interest of all competitors in the project, so I can't fault him at that. But now, finally, again, after the hashtag money fight, we are now going to see what will happen when, again, these two collide. Machine Gun Money and the Haas of all Haas's will finally compete in a Project Codename ring. This is going to be a fight you will not want to miss. But let's show you a little bit of what happened at Fallout so you can see what Machine Gun Money brings to that table. Look at that precision. That was a project posted this week. They called it Machine Gun Precision because that's what it was. Machine Gun Money came into this matchup ready. He was ready to, again, have to watch his strikes, watch what he has to do in that ring in order to get the W and get that main event win. And now he's facing off against the Haas of all Haas's. Devontae's also coming in. He's at a loss right now. He's currently 0-1. He's trying to get his way into going in an even score here. Get that +1. So now it's at 0. But again, we have to wait and see what will happen at Exodus. But now let's talk about tag team wrestling here. Again, tag team wrestling lives at the project here. And we have the team of CMD making their official debut here. Their first in-action debut as they'll be taking on the Taboo Crew. We heard CMD this week. They gave their comments on, again, what they did. They unfortunately, they left my neck a little sore. Again, I thought me and Deshaun Pratt were cool. I thought me and Boom were cool. But again, I get it. They're trying to make their message known, and they're trying to make their message known to the Project faithful as well. And on Fallout, we saw that. We saw what they would do in that ring. And they left the message for Taboo Crew as well. A lethal combination there. CMD is now... Did they mess with the wrong team, though? Again, Taboo Crew currently the top leaders of the tag team division, 2-0 in the project. So will CMD be that team to dethrone Taboo Crew? We're going to have to wait and see. But also, let's go into a few more clips we have here, just so you can see, again, the insane action at Fallout and what to expect June 11th at Exodus. Look at that. That was one of my favorite clips right there because, again, we saw the life-changing experience at Fallout as Joe Ocasio is bringing the life-changing to the project. He's looking to change the lives of many in the project, and he started with Yankee Ocasio. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we found after the match Yankee's true last name is Ocasio, and he has joined this experience, and he's joining the change that Joe Ocasio brings to the project and bringing to all of you. So I'm looking forward to see what Joe Ocasio will be doing at Exodus. Whose live will he change? We'll have to wait and see at Exodus. But then let's also go here, because this is a clip Seeing that again, I could replay that over and over and over and not get over with it because it is great. The F10 off the top rope, the one. Mantis, 2-0 in his competition. He is currently he's tied right now for the first spot in the project. Mantis, Anthony Gangone, and Dan Moff all have 2 victories in the project. Mantis is showing what he can do in that ring. Julius Smokes, the doctor himself, has given him a game plan, a strategy that is working and is making Mantis into a whole new competitor. We saw at Fallout what he did with Nikolai White, an amazing matchup, a matchup that was 2 years in the making, by the way. 2 years in the making, and it did not leave anything out. They put everything they had in that ring. They gave it all. And in the end, that F10 off the top rope was what put it away. And Mantis got his second victory in the project and is looking for more. We heard he will be returning at Exodus. He's on that poster right there. Look at that. Mantis will be at Exodus on June 11th. But now, who is going to step in the ring with Mantis? who is going to want to square off with Mantis with Julius Smokes in his corner. Like we said with me and Alphonse Stevens, when you're facing Mantis now, you're almost in a handicap match. Because not only are you facing Mantis, but you're facing those mind games of Julius Smokes. Again, that is going to be what we find out on June 11th at Exodus. But like I said, not only is Mantis 2-0, but there is one more competitor as well. And we're going to talk about it right after this. I'm going to show 2 clips right here. There you had it. Dr. Sleep, currently 2-0 as well. On his very debut at Genesis, he was able to put to sleep Sebastian Cage of First Class. And then at Fallout, you saw right there, Dino Might was his next victim. The Doctor has brought something different to PROject Codename Wrestling. This is no longer the rogue Anthony Gangone that we once knew. This is no longer the one above all Anthony Gangone we once knew. This is a whole new, just new attitude and new just ideology, I believe, of Anthony Gangone. He's doing something completely different. And again, I'm very close with Anthony Gangone. And I don't know what he brings. Because Dr. Sleep is just something out of the ordinary. This is not something that he's even wanting close to me what this mindset is. He's locking it in. And again, Dino Mike could not put him away either. He could not stop him. Anthony Gangone, usually that dreams by the waterfall, that's it. No, Anthony Gangone wanted to make sure Dino Mike was put to sleep. And he put him in that sleep paralysis. Listen to that name. Think about how, again, what that means. And now he's locking people in a submission called that name. Anthony Gangone, what will he be doing at Exodus? Because he will be there June 11th. And whoever stands across from him, again, they're in that risk of being put in that sleep paralysis, being caught with that dreams by the waterfall. Will Anthony Gangone add another point to his score and make himself 3-0? We'll have to find out at PROject Codename Exodus. But speaking about his opponent at Fallout, Dino Mike currently at a -2. If I'm Dino Mike, maybe there's something that has to, again, coming soon. You'll see something that we were able to catch post-match Dino Mike. And he was not too happy. You saw it Fallout. He did not want to shake Anthony Gangone's hand. And I don't know what it is with Dino, but something might have snapped. So stay tuned to that because Dino, he needs to step it up because -2 in the project. Again, we're 3 shows in. This is not a good showing for Dino here. But again, but then another competitor I'm looking forward to see at Exodus, and I can imagine the faithful at Exodus are as well, is the returning technical extraterrestrial. He is the Destroyer God himself. We'll be right back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ghost Shadow makes his return to PROject Codename Wrestling at Exodus after a shocking debut in the very first matchup of the project in that very first Hot Start Scramble, a matchup that has now become a tradition in PROject Codename Wrestling. Ghost Shadow was able to be the surprise entrant in that first matchup and win. So he's currently at 1-0. What will he be doing in Exodus, and can he continue his streak of shocking the Project faithful? Again, in that matchup, could we say his actions were a little questionable, if you will? Hey, again, everything is legal in the Hot Start Scramble, so the Destroyer God proving why he's truly an OG of the game, and he shocked the world and shocked the Project at Genesis. But now we will have to wait and see what he does at Exodus and who will step up to Ghost Shadow. But also, let's go into the tag team division. Before we let you guys go here, we are also confirmed to see First Class in action at Exodus, as Miguel Sosa has thrown out the open contract for them. First Class is being allowed to pick their team. They threw out some very elite names, if you will. They threw out some of the best in the tri-state, some of the best in a elite company. They want to face the best that tag team wrestling has. I'm looking forward to see who will answer and who will First Class face at Exodus. Currently 1-0. They proved to be First Class and be able to defeat the BWF. And also, speaking of the BWF, what will they do to get out of their funk? Because unfortunately, as Taboo Crew is 2-0, they're currently 0-2. So Mr. James and Super Montequia there, they need to do something because, again, 3 shows in, having that very negative score, it doesn't look good. So we're going to have to wait and see. But also with the team of First Class, Big Cuzzo will be at Exodus. He has put out a video. He's in the Dominican Republic. He's enjoying his time, but he has confirmed to the Project Faithful he will be back in time for Exodus. Will we get the answer? Will we finally know why he aligned himself with Miguel Sosa? Will we find out why Big Cuzzo has decided to be a part of First Class, if he is a member of First Class? Just speculating here. Again, I don't want to get the boss himself mad, Miguel Sosa, again. But, hey, we'll have to wait and see. Again, a lot coming as we get closer to Exodus. Like you can see right there, Chris Barton makes his return to the project as well. Like we talked about, a great roster coming that night. You're going to have to stay tuned to the project to find out more of the matches confirmed. And like we said, sponsorship opportunities available for all matches that are going to be announced. As you can see, this matchup is still available for sponsorship. Currently sponsored is the matchup of Astro versus Joe Bullrog by our good friends at Turnbuckle Tabloid. Currently sponsored Devantes and Dominic De Niro by our good friends at Compass Real Estate. So if you want to sponsor this tag team match or more matches to come, definitely hit up Project Codename Wrestling. Links are going to be in the description down below to let them know you want to sponsor. And again, get your brand out there. It is going around to not only YouTube, IWTV, and you'll be a part of the social medias and Project Codename Wrestling and the talent that you are sponsoring. So thank you everyone that has sponsored and looks into sponsoring Project Codename Wrestling. Also, guys, go follow Project Codename Wrestling on Instagram. That's going to be Project Codename Wrestling. Go follow the project on Twitter at Project Wrestle, or Rez, I should say. Sorry. Also, the links are going to be in the description down below, so that way you can get your tickets. You can go to the link tree and go follow again on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and go subscribe to YouTube. Again, that's where you can catch Fallout and all the backstage interviews and more as we get closer to Exodus on June 11th. Again, already confirmed, Astro versus Joe Bullrog, Devantes versus Dominic De Niro, CMD versus Taboo Crew, the return of Ghost Shadow. What will the Public Enemy champion, or I should say the Project Codename champion, again, Project Codename champion, TJ Marconi, be doing on that night? What will Dr. Sleep do on that night? Again, a lot of questions, but as we get closer, hopefully by next week, we have some answers. Because again, next week will be episode 2. Tune in for this week in Project Codename Wrestling. I have been one of the voices of Project Codename Wrestling, Ray Sanchez. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you again. And as always, join the project. We'll see you guys very soon.